and welcome. Easton said, wait, are we good? We're good. We're good. What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome to episode 4 of the Jerry and Eli show. That's Jerry. I'm Eli. Happy Friday. Day games on a Friday, very, very rare, especially in a non-makeup game situation. There are earthquakes going on. I think there's going to be a lot of home runs hit today. I'm excited to talk about it with my best friend, Jerry. I'm not producing also. We've got Easton on the ones and twos, as Jerry likes for me to say. But what's up, Jerry? Happy Friday, man.
I mean, you had to. You had to do it, right?
Had to, man.
Is Easton a DJ or something?
Is Easton a DJ? No.
That's a DJ terminology. Oh, this guy's on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
So he's a DJ.
He's producing the show, you know?
That's all you had to say. You didn't have to say ones and twos like he's a disc jockey.
Why not? Our dad's name is DJ. Does that count?
Your dad's name is DJ?
Mm-hmm.
So he's on the ones and twos. Say him.
Could be. But no, he's not. But anyway, how are you, buddy?
What do we got? 59 minutes left?
Something like that.
Did you do a tweet?
Yeah. Just now, just click send. But I didn't tag you in it.
Yeah, why tag me? Why tag me? First of all, I'm half owner of this corporation. Unbelievable.
All right. Well, while you're doing whatever you're doing, I'll introduce us to this first game, which is the Blue Jays home opener in Yankee Stadium. Yusei Kikuchi taking on Marcus Stroman. I'm not really. I want to get. What do you think about this game? I don't want to throw you off on anything. I know you like one guy hitting side, but.
Well, if you remember last year, whenever this guy's on the mound, the guy's name is Coochie. And most 90% of the population knows what Coochie is. It just, come on. The jokes just write themselves. Now, I was sitting in my car, minding my business, drinking on a nice little, some kind of latte cappuccino thing, right? And then everything started shaking. The whole car started shaking. I think nothing of it. I keep sipping because it happens a lot in New York City. A big truck drives by, construction. There's a million ways to explain everything's shaking. And it kept going and going. And my car's shaking. I'm doing this. And I'm like, oh my God, this is it. I'm having a heart attack from all the caffeine I'm ingesting. And then people started to come out of the house. And I realized this was the sign that I asked for, because I asked for a sign this morning. I said, give me a sign, please, that Glaber is going to hit a bomb today. And just everything just happens to shake. Not only that, do you know who was taking batting practice at the exact moment the earthquake was taking place?
No, can you tell me?
Glaber Torres.
I did know that. I didn't want to take your glory, you know what I mean?
And he just kept swinging.
Yeah.
What are the odds that he is taking batting practice at that exact moment? It's just, I'm telling you right now, if he doesn't hit a home run, I don't believe in signs anymore. This guy is going to hit a home run. It's a great matchup for him. Do you remember his sophomore year in the league? The guy had 38 home runs. And obviously he took a little backseat towards the power, started working on other things, became an all-around fine-tuned player. The guy has a ton of pop. It's the Yankees home opener. As much as I hate this team, my favorite player is on the mound for them. It makes me want to throw up. And Gleyber Torres' second pitch is going to hit a home run.
Yeah, I'm on Gleyber Torres' home run as well. It's plus 450 on BetMGM. I'm also on him to get 2 hits, which is plus 250 Bet365. I'm with you on all that. We just kind of talked about this on Thunderdome with Slop. After we're done here, go check that out. Slop Rules YouTube. And while you're also here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for being here. Happy Friday again. But just talking about this with Slop, Gleyber Torres is a huge vibes guy. Like baseball is 90% mental, and the other half is physical. Whatever Yogi Berra said. But that is Gleyber Torres is the embodiment of that. When Gleyber Torres is happy and smiling, he is a perennial all-star second baseman. When a rumor comes out that he might be traded or something like that, he becomes the worst player in baseball. And the vibes are just really high around the Yankees right now. He's getting to lead off in the Yankees home opener, which, got to be something he dreamed about for a lot in the last couple of years. I don't know. I really like Gleyber Torres today against obviously our boy Yusei Kikuchi, who is average at best, throwing from the left side. Give me Gleyber Torres 2 hits. Give me Gleyber Torres home run plus 250 plus 450 respectively. I really thought hard about Stroman strikeouts, kind of for similar reasons. He's another high charisma, high character, high energy guy. Has talked about how excited he is to pitch the home opener. Not really a big strikeout guy, but I could just see him, rattling off 6-7 plus today. But I didn't take that. Any thoughts on that or anything else in this game?
Yeah, I don't personally. I very, very rarely even look at Stroman strikeouts because the guy is a pitcher's pitcher. This is one of the reasons I love him so much is because he is such a classic version of what the pitcher used to be, which is pitch to your location, pitch to contact, try to get as much as you can out of your game, and you don't have to blow past him for 100 miles an hour. Obviously, he's done an incredible job with his size. Guys like him aren't expected to be major league pitchers, and he does a terrific job at that. For a couple things we got to address. First of all, say hi to Marvin. He's always in here. He supports the streams all the time. And he asked you a question. He said, Eli, how are you and the fam? Answer his question.
We are great, buddy. I appreciate it. And yes, thank you for bringing me back to chat. I got a little distracted there. Yeah, Marvin, I think it's been a minute, right? Good to see you back. Izzy, what's up? What's up, guys? Everybody, you stroke. Wait, almost read that. Gleyber, Judge, Soto, all go. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate any of that. I don't love the matchup for Soto, but he looks like this guy treats. It is such it's awesome getting to watch this guy take 4 at-bats every single game. Because this guy, Juan Soto, treats every single one of his at-bats like it is Game 7 of the World Series. And it's like bottom of the 9, 2 outs. Like he is all in every single at-bat. It's just awesome. Who's hitting a sweeper for a home run on the Royals? That's a great question. I haven't gotten that far. IKF Day, Izzy, get out of here. I paused watching The Godfather for this. Good morning. Yeah, what's up? What's up, guys? Thank you if you're here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We good on this game? Can we go to the next one?
Yeah. Also, Rebel said Wyatt Langford's gonna hit home run today. Let me tell you something. I just want to keep going with this guy. I know it's coming. And I've missed every time because obviously he hasn't hit his first major league home run yet. It is definitely coming. And when it comes, it's gonna keep coming, if you know what I'm saying. Something like that. By the way, I look like shit. I just want to put this out there. I think I said it last week.
I think you look great.
Okay. Well, your opinion is irrelevant. You're not a female. Irregardless, I look horrendous, right? And I'm doing this on purpose. As I said last week, I am not shaving or taking care of myself. I still shower. But other than that, I'm not taking care of myself until I hit a home run parlay. So this is only going to get worse if I don't hit a home run. I'm motivated. On top of that, even if I hit a home run parlay, which I'm pretty sure I will today, I only have one, and I think it's a really, really good one. I'm probably going to go out looking like this because let me tell you something. If there's a girl out there that's going to love me for how I look now, wait until I start taking care of myself again.
All right. Sure, man. I'm not sure what to do with that. JP Sears and the Oakland Athletics are in Detroit taking on Tarek Skubal, who is, I think, going to be really, really good, have a really good year. I know you have a play in this game. I'll just throw it to you because I got nothing.
I was listening. I'm watching chat. What game were we talking about?
The Oakland Athletics and the Detroit Tigers.
All right. Yes, I do. And it's a little crazy, but I'm a crazy guy. I think everybody knows that by now. So I'm taking a guy who hasn't hit a home run yet. I'm taking a guy who hit a bunch of home runs last season. A guy that's very strong, 6'4". How can I drag this on? Doesn't play for a big audience and usually doesn't perform well at home because he plays on the Oakland Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody shows up to those games. And if you look at the home road splits from last season, he's a much better player on the road because guess what? He gets to play in front of fans. For better or for worse, there's people in the crowd. Brent Rooker is plus 600 for a home run today. Great matchup versus a lefty. It's just I'm just taking the value here. On top of that, like I like to say, the guy is due. There's too much power there for him to go this long without hitting a home run to start the season. Today is the day, Eli. Look at me when I'm talking to you, pal. Today's the day, Eli, that Brent Rooker hits his first home run of the season.
You know what's really good for you on this bet is that I absolutely hate it. So that's really good news for you. That means like it's like lock it in almost. You know what I mean?
Music to my ears.
Yeah. I didn't. It was weird for me to have you on the Thunderdome with me because like I didn't want to like talk trash too much to your picks because like you know we have our own Discord now that you can go to and sign up heavyhittermedia.net/Discord. So I didn't want to like you know talk too much trash because you know you're half what we're doing here. But I do hate this pick because schools look so good and it's in Detroit. But that's good news for you because usually when I talk down on a pick on this show, it almost always hits. So.
You think Seth Brown, lefty versus lefty? Really?
It's tough. It's tough.
It's real tough.
I think Screwball is at least gonna get Cy Young votes this year. But you know, yeah. Yeah, nothing else for me on this one. What we got next? The Dodgers Cubs. We should also point out there's like a lot of wind blowing like. All three of the home run ballparks are in play here with the Yankee Stadium, Great American Ballpark, and Coors Field. And the wind is blowing out like significantly in all three of them. So I think we're going to have a big day today. I do have a 3-leg home run parlay, including those three ballparks. Anything for you on the Dodgers Cubs? I'm out.
I'm out because there's 25-mile-an-hour winds expected blowing towards home plate. And mind you, there's sluggers all over this lineup. It doesn't have to matter because if a guy, like I say it all the time, you know, people are discouraged about completely betting, you know, they don't want to touch a game with wind blowing in. If a guy's going to hit one 440 feet, he may hit one 415 feet and still hit a home run. I just can't do it with the odds that you're getting because a lot of times the sports books won't adjust for that factor of the wind blowing way in. And you're just not going to get fair odds. They just want to take your money. They want people to blindly bet and not look at weather because the reality is, I would say probably 90% of their clientele are not going to look at weather. They're just going to bet, you know, oh, this guy is hot or this guy's not. I'm just going to want to throw him on my ticket. And they're not going to give you better odds for it. So for that reason, I'm not going to take a chance.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby Miller also has looked really good, and you're really paying the price for the Dodgers sluggers. So there's too many other good spots there to try to force something in that game. If you guys have questions on anybody specifically, feel free to let us know. Torque is who kind of, you know, gun to my head, I would have went for in that game just because JP Sears is very mid, but you know he looked all right in his first start. At least didn't give a home run. But yeah, let's talk about Coors Field. Zach Little, I don't even know how to say that guy's last name for the Rays, taking on Gomber Pyle Austin. Gomber, Colorado Rockies. I think we both have a different guy here. I'm on Isaac Paredes. I just took 4 total bases because everything is so juiced. I usually like to take the home run and then take bases or hits or RBI or something like that. Pretty much only home run is plus money for Paredes. So I just went up to 0.33 units on his 4 total bases on Bet365 plus 250. I don't mind his home run at all. If you want to pay the juice for RBI or bases, whatever you wanted to do. But I mean, pick a righty on this Rays lineup, and I think you're going to be in good shape. Which I'll turn it over to you to talk about who you like.
All right, Coward. We spoke about this before. It's getting a little embarrassing now that you would do something like this. I'm going with Yandy Diaz because I said it before. Plus 350. This game is on paper. Now, I don't want to get people too. We got to be a little careful here because obviously we all have a little bit of degeneracy in us, and some people have it more than others. And when you hear someone saying, "Oh, this game is going to have 1 million home runs," you may have someone out there betting more than they can afford to lose. I'm probably going to do an SGP 1. I'm not going to bet this 10 different ways just because it's good weather. because it's baseball. It's a game of failure. You just never know. We've seen instances where games were supposed to be crazy home run games, high runs, and we're sitting there cursing by the 5th inning when there's one home run and it's the 9th hitter that nobody bet. So for that reason, I probably will put together maybe like a 3-leg home run parlay. 4 is straight up degeneracy. I like to do it sometimes just for fun. Like we did it back then in the Field of Dreams game, all those kind of Great American Ballpark. We like $1 in a dream, you know what I mean? But it's the reality is picking 4 guys right in a same game is pretty insane. So I'm probably gonna put together a 3-leg. I think Diaz hits one. I like Diaz for the odds. I did look at Harold Ramirez. I love Harold Ramirez from the past. His splits against left-handed pitching. But he's more of a contact guy. He doesn't have a lot of power, and you're giving me plus 450 for it. And I'm like, damn, come on, man. Give me plus 600. Give me plus 700. Throw those odds at me. And I couldn't get it. So for that reason, I'd rather go with a guy that has a much more higher chance of hitting a home run. And I'll take the plus 100 difference between the two. So give me Diaz at plus 350.
A couple people are. I've seen Ahmed Rosario mentioned in chat and a couple other places. I don't hate it, honestly. I don't hate it. You're going to be getting one of the bigger numbers on the team, probably.
The biggest.
Yeah, and I also think I couldn't get there on home runs, but Charlie Blackmon, potentially in his last home opener in Colorado. I don't know if that's actually going to end up being a thing or not, but guy who's been vocal about like wanting to retire with the Rockies. Gotta think today means a little bit more to him than anyone else there. Charlie Blackmon bases or something. I tried to look for a way to play Blackmon, but I didn't really like any of the numbers there. But can you put picks? Not right now, but we'll recap. We'll recap at the end. Antoine,
we're still trying to make this a professional stream. It's just taking a little while.
Yeah, we're working on that. We have a producer now.
Also,
Easton.
With the whole thought about Ahmed Rosario, I won't be taking him for a home run, but I'm probably going to end up taking him as a straight bet for a triple.
Don't mind it. That outfield is big in Colorado.
Massive. Really big. It's massive, and he has obviously the he's a line drive hitter. He's not a power hitter. He does hit them out once in a while. When he went to the Dodgers, obviously he had a resurgence of power, but his game is gap to gap. So you want to bet a guy like that in that stadium, that dimensions, that speed that he has, you want to bet him for a triple.
We will recap picks at the end. Mookie being mentioned. Yeah, don't hate it. I don't hate it that the weather in Wrigley, we talked about this last show, like it's hard to bet home runs in Wrigley in April. But yeah, Mookie's looked good all year already. Grayson Rodriguez, Baltimore Orioles. Eli replaced me. What? What's up, James? Grayson Rodriguez and the Orioles in Pittsburgh taking on Jared Jones and the Pirates. These two guys combined for like over 20 strikeouts in their first outings, which is kind of crazy. Nothing for me here. If you talk to me about an O'Neal Cruz home run, I'm going to listen, though.
Yeah, this is going to be a young pitcher's duel. These guys are probably going to be going at it, trying to give their best stuff, and it's a little bit of a showcase for these guys. So we talked about it on Slop's show. It's hard for hitters to – they don't have a big scouting report on these young guys, and it takes a little time because obviously the major league stuff, you could look at AAA stuff, but those scouting reports aren't advances as you have the major league scouts sitting there really digging into their stuff and their mistakes, their tendencies. You don't have that right now, so for that reason, I'm not going to bet any offense. You could look at strikeouts for both of these guys, but I'm just out all the way.
Plus 870 for Rosario triple, according to Nick in chat. That kind of sucks, right?
That's horrendous odds. But you know
what? Really bad.
I think is a better probability of him hitting a triple over a home run. That sounds crazy to say. It's just the caliber of player he is, the gap to gap guy. He doesn't really have a big launch angle. So I think there's a higher probability of him getting a triple.
All right. Well, let's talk about Dylan Cease and the Padres in San Francisco taking on Jordan Hicks and the Giants. Nothing for me yet in this game. Nothing yet. I haven't bet on Jung-Hoo Lee yet. I'm going to sometime. I don't know if it's today or not. I couldn't really decide what to do with this game. two pitchers kind of hard to know to expect from. Like Jordan Hicks, I think is transitioning from a bullpen role last season to a starter. Looked really good in his first start of this season. Dylan Cease, we know all about him. His stuff is insane. So I don't have anything in this game yet. Do you?
I was listening to a Biggie Smalls track earlier
Sure.
today, right? And he actually gave Dylan Cease a shout out.
Okay.
Said something about give the keys to Dylan Cease or something like that. So take that for what you want. Could be a sign. He has a big day, strikeouts, maybe a no-hitter. But all jokes aside, he looks really good. He looks comfortable. He looks happy. And he looks very confident. So it's the Giants are just I can't bet on Giants hitters, man. That team is just something else. Conforto looks good though. Conforto is having a really, really good start to the season, and you're still getting pretty good odds for him. So if there was a guy on the Giants side to look at, it's got to be Conforto right now. This is a guy that could have a resurgence, and he's always had the potential. This is a kid that hit 2 home runs in the World Series when he was 21 years old or something like that. He's always had a really beautiful swing. A lot of people compared it to Ken Griffey Jr. Never had hit his full potential. Kept getting injured. I would not be shocked if Michael Conforto has a crazy season this season, next season. He's still tipped kind of young. I think he's 31, which seems old. But do you remember? I'm kind of getting a little off topic here. Do you remember what was his name? Batista, Jose Batista.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't start hitting home runs till he was like 34 years old or something like that. Obviously, maybe there was steroids involved, but Michael Conforto always has good odds, and he could have a 30, 35 home run season this year, and we could get some good odds for the beginning of the season. So if you want to take a look at him, you can. I just can't get around to really betting on Giants right now. That just let me down.
All right. Well, let's talk about Great American Ballpark. Jose Quintana and your New York Mets. Hunter Green and the Reds. I am on. Honestly, it's pick a righty on the Mets, and I'm not gonna hate it. Pick a lefty on the Mets. I'm not gonna hate it. Pick a righty on the Reds. I'm not gonna hate it. I am on Jonathan India because I feel like the number is crazy. He's been hitting the ball really, really hard. Fly balls haven't really been there, but I took India plus like 700 or something insane, plus 750 on Fanatics, I think, plus 725 on BetMGM. And I took his 2 bases at plus 165 on Bet365. I don't think Quintana's, that much above average. I think he's going to have an okay year. Mets haven't looked great. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that number was off for India. Guy leading off in that ballpark. We got wind blowing out there as well. What do you got in this game?
I mean, I am disgusted. I talk a lot of shit. I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that my team would back me up once in a while and not make me look like a complete asshole, Yeah. Because I do look like an asshole most of the time. But sometimes I'm right. And the Mets start to this season is the most not only it's just insult to injury because the Mets are having a horrendous start to the season with the highest payroll in baseball. And you look at the Bronx and I see a team there that I hate more than the whole organization of Al-Qaeda. And they are off to one of the best starts in a long time. They look good. They're smiling.
Like that. Yeah.
The fans are happy. It just makes me sick to my stomach. And it literally, it's causing me to be depressed at nighttime. I can't sleep. Sometimes I eat and I vomit. Don't laugh at me. It's not funny. It's not
like
funny.
You might need professional help at this point.
Anyways, the Mets suck. Michael Scott was right. The Mets do suck. And Jose Quintana. So the reason why I can't really touch this game because Jose Quintana has a reputation. Obviously, his resume speaks for itself. He likes to keep the ball in the ballpark. He may get hit. You have a good play here because it's not a home run. It's 2 bases. You're getting good plus money for it. It's probably gonna hit. But as far as home runs go, I know it's a very home run ballpark. I just can't get around when Jose Quintana's on the mound. You're not going to get the fair odds for the pitcher that he is and what he pitches for, which he'll go 6 innings, not give up a home run, probably give up 3 to 4 runs and 6 to 7 hits. But I think they're going to stay in the ballpark.
Okay. They give up one this first outing, and yeah, that's why I like the big. I did take India for a home run. It's above plus 700, which I feel like is fair odds. Like I put like 0.15 units on it. On top of a half a unit on his bases. Because it's a very low risk, high reward if he can actually finally get under one, because he has been destroying the baseball. But yeah, that's all I've got on this game. I think should be a fun one. What's up, Shark Burners? What's up, Vinny?
Do
Spencer
you
Steer.
like Parker Meadows for the Tigers to hit a home run? I love Parker Meadows. So Parker Meadows is taking this new role. Obviously, I bet him the first game of the season to get a hit, and they ended up batting him ninth. I expected him to lead off. They didn't do it. This is going to be their leadoff hitter. They're pushing for him to have a big role in this team, and he has all the tools. I think this kid is going to be very, very good. He started off the season really rough, and I think this confidence got a little bit of a boost the last game. Looks a lot better, and now maybe he rolls here. So Parker Meadows stolen base is a good one. He does have a little bit of pop to him. So if you want to take a chance on Parker Meadows to get a home run, I do think this is a very talented kid.
Fair enough. Let's talk about the Phillies. Nationals,
Blech.
Aaron Nola, Patrick Corbin. I don't have anything in this game yet. It's honestly just because I haven't gotten that far, but JT Realmuto is kind of interesting against Patrick Corbin. I don't know. There's probably enough history there with in the same division that batter versus pitcher is going to matter, especially against Corbin here. You got anything yet on this one?
There's like a 99% chance I'm probably going to bet Nick Castellanos that home run.
Okay.
There was an earthquake today.
Oh, that's true.
This was almost a national tragedy, you know? Good thing it was only a 5-5. It wasn't a 7 or an 8. But I think it's obvious when some big dramatic event happens. I think it's overplayed. It's like an overused joke when someone dies. I bet Nick Castellanos. This is this was a national emergency that nobody died. So we can make a joke out of it, right? And we can bet on Nick Castellanos to hit a home run.
Sure.
And first, do you remember Patrick Corbin? It was a holiday when this guy used to pitch the last few seasons. It was called Patrick Corbin Day. Everybody said it. Patrick Corbin's on the mound. We're going to make some money today.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, he stinks. And I don't think he's going to get better this year. You know what I mean? He's only getting older. Phillies offense, pretty much everybody's due. Real Muto, great. Castellanos, great.
Oh, God. There's a special for Nick Castellanos at a home run today.
I think that might be an immediate pivot to Real Muto for me.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out on him.
Spencer Strider in the Braves. Tommy Henry in the Diamondbacks. Ketel Marte has been very doubted. I know it's Strider. I haven't bet this game yet, but Ketel Marte has looked really good, man. He to start the season, he won a few games, batting like 400 or 500, only singles. In the one game against the Yankees, he had like 2 doubles. In the next game, he had a double and a home run. So it's like keep progressing. As a guy who did most of his damage against the Yankees against the lefty from the right side of the plate, historically, he's a much better hitter from the left side. And again, I know this is Strider. I haven't bet it yet because Ketel Marte is really interesting to me in this one. But then again, Tommy Henry is not he's not like elite on that side either. So, I mean, pick a righty on the Braves here. I'm probably going to be interested as well. What do you got in this game?
Yeah, I didn't pick anybody yet. I'm probably going to go, like you said, with a righty on the Braves.
Duvall's got to run into one soon, doesn't he?
Who?
Adam Duvall.
That big doof, man. I lost so much money on him.
I have too.
I don't think I've ever hit. Actually, I don't think I've ever won a bet with this guy. Maybe no. I'm lying. I'm pretty sure we were both on him one day when he was on the Red Sox. Maybe once. Maybe it was like 1 for 10.
Something like that. It's not great.
Yeah.
Nothing. No bet for you though.
Everybody's saying Acuna.
Acuna, yeah. So I was on him once last week. I don't mind it. Definitely not. That guy is really good at baseball. Let me see something real quick. He still has not hit a fly ball yet. That's what worries me a little bit. I literally don't think he's hit a fly ball all season. That's just a little interesting. Like he's got 2 line drives well over 100 miles an hour, like a 108 and then a 115. I think he's still dialing it in. Could he figure it out today against Tommy Henry, a very mid at best lefty? Absolutely. Today could be that day. I don't think I'm going to try to be first on him anymore, if that makes sense, though, because like I said, it looks like he's still trying to dial it in. The exit velocity has been okay, but not what we're used to out of him. And 0 fly balls out of him over a week into the season now is just really, really interesting.
All right, but let me ask you this question. If someone is going to make an adjustment and they're going to go over, maybe they'll talk to the analytics department and really go over things, it's probably going to come on a travel day and an off day.
Yeah, that's true.
Could be going into this whole series with a whole new attitude. Like, you know what? I got to put the ball in the air. Maybe this is a time where we see a different kind of approach from him.
Yeah, if we were getting the price that maybe plus 150 for an RBI is interesting on DraftKings, but best number is plus 375 for a home run. Like, I feel like I just need more than that for how he's looked this season. You know what I mean?
What's first home run odds?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have that in my bot, buddy.
You don't have that in your bot? Can you make it?
I don't know. I don't know if first home run. I don't think so. I actually don't think so.
That's the first time I heard you say you can't do something.
Yeah.
I think you just don't want to. I think you can.
I don't think the API has first home run odds.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. I'll look it up manually.
Okay. Ozuna, yeah. Who's been Ozzy Albies. So what's really interesting about Albies is historically, right? Historically, he's been a league average at best hitter as a righty, and then he's been, a perennial all-star from the left side, right? The numbers don't necessarily match that this year, but like the one home run he has hit from the right side this season hit at like 93. Like, it was like perfect conditions, perfect launch. Like it was like the perfect hit ball to go out. So I still don't love Ozzy as much against the lefty. Now, could he hit one? Absolutely. He's going to probably get a couple at bats against the righty. In that bullpen. But I think you're paying a little bit more than Ozzy is worth because of those righty lefty splits, and that he has been so hot. Again, if this was a righty on the mound and we're seeing plus 400, whatever it is for Ozzy, I'd definitely be in. What are Ozzy's odds? First home run not even up on FanDuel apparently. That's not what I wanted to do. Anything else in this game before we move on? Ozzy Albies. I just want to look at his plus 475. I feel like against the lefty, I feel like that should be closer to 600. Again, can you hit one today? Absolutely. But I think that price should be higher when historically he has not been nearly the same hitter from the right side of the plate. Let's talk about the White Sox Royals, a big ballpark here. I don't really love anything Eric Fetty, Brady Singer. MJ Melendez has looked really good. Yeah. So I wouldn't mind that. Bobby Witt Jr., obviously phenomenal at baseball. It's been really fun to watch. What do you think about this game?
Well, MJ did just hit a piss missile, and let me tell you something. This guy, when he starts stroking it, he keeps stroking it. We may see some really good strokes for the next week or so.
Sure, good strokes. Any bets for you here?
No, nothing. I stayed away from this game.
All right.
Also, someone asked 2 home run bet. I actually have a little round robin. I have my regular home run ticket, and I tried to do a 2 home run round robin. Unfortunately, the books do not want to offer a 2 home run bet for the Colorado game, which is smart on their part. I understand it. Maybe it'll be available later. Maybe it's a little too early for it, but they're just not offering it right now. So I did do a 2 home run round robin. Are we going to put the ticket up at the end?
Oh, yeah. Easton, you got the tickets ready? Because mine is done too. Whichever one you want to throw up, if you got one. We threw all the players on your tickets, Jerry?
Yeah.
Okay. We got 3 games left, but yeah, we just go through Day game Otani. Yeah, it's in Wrigley. Whichever one you throw up first. Don't matter.
Talking about stroking his strokes as a hitter, you perverts.
Yeah,
Jeez.
especially because he's actually hit home. What are the odds for Shohei? Um, it is. I did forget. It is day game Shohei. It is Kyle Hendricks. We might be missing something. Might be onto something there. Yeah.
Weather is bad in Chicago. It's 40 degrees
Yeah.
and the wind is 25
It's
miles an
plus
hour
three
blowing towards home plate.
fifty for Shohei home run though.
How much?
Plus 350 on Bet Rivers. I think it's fine. Gleyber Torres. I can see it on that
That's
little
what she
bitty
said.
part there. So here's your 2 home run bet. I think.
Yeah, this is the two. So look, they didn't give me Diaz for 2 home runs. So it's gonna cost us a few dollars when it hits, it's not a big deal. The ticket is great odds. You throw a few bucks on it, you'll be able to get a massive return. Unfortunately, they're gonna cap what we can win and what we will win by not adding the 2 home run for Diaz. But when this does hit, we'll still be happy, right? I think.
I think so. I also think you could throw Shohei in there now that we're talking about it. I don't know. I just got this weird feeling that Pete Alonso's going to have a really big day, but that could be really dumb. And you talked me out of it earlier. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't mind this. You want to throw up mine, Easton? You have that ready or no?
Home run
Muted.
derby in Wrigley today? I don't think so.
So here I've got like what $10 on this to win. I don't know, a lot, like 1,800 or something. I think. Oh, I'm accidentally using the MLB odds in my channel on the Discord. That's probably annoying for everyone. Sorry about that. $10 on this to win 1,900. Sorry, I've got Gleyber Torres home run, Isaac Paredes home run plus 320, and Jonathan India plus 725. Again, I keep coming back to that number. It's too high. I know it's Quintana doesn't give up a lot of home runs, but $10 to win 19 on this. Gleyber, Paredes, and India. I really like this. I really like this a lot. Astros Rangers is next up, and we'll throw that back up at the end of the show and recap everything. If you guys missed that, or you can just rewind, But Hunter Brown, the Astros, Cody Bradford, and the Rangers. I keep waiting on hopefully Ezekiel Duran is going to get the start. If there's a bad lefty out there, gutted for Josh Young. The silver lining that I think we maybe talked about that a little bit Wednesday. Yeah, we did because I was mad he wasn't starting. Ezekiel Duran is going to get some more run. I'm not betting him today, but I will be soon. I don't know. I don't know about this game yet. I've got Yainer Diaz written down. He's been hitting the ball hard, got a couple of home runs. Hit lefties really, really well last season, but he did most of his damage at home. Chas McCormick last year was a day game machine. This game is actually at night though, isn't it? So I don't know. You got anything in this game yet? Because I don't have a bet. Kyle Tucker being mentioned. I don't hate that. Wait, Kyle Tucker's a lefty. I don't love that actually. But it could happen. What do you think about this one? Adolis Garcia is due as heck.
It's just going to be sickening because I'm not betting it tonight, by the way. I can't do it. I usually have a rule. I bet a guy 3 strikes, you're out. And I don't chase no more.
Yep.
So I just got to sit here and watch as Wyatt Langford probably hits a monstrous first career home run. Like I said, and it's no fault to him. He's hitting the ball hard. He's coming out of the gate very hot. He looks fantastic, professional. He is working counts. Everything you want from a veteran hitter, he's already doing it. So yeah, he's probably going to hit a home run tonight.
Corey Seager Day, I would not be surprised there. Yandy and Yainer. Hey, I don't mind that.
I was just thinking about
Yainer.
I was just thinking about a Diaz nonsense parlay, but I already have it in another ticket. I'd have to bet Yandy twice, which maybe I'll do it. Why not? Well, who cares? I'll throw $5 on it.
Yainer is who's jumping out at me in this game so far, but I haven't bet it yet. Mariners, Logan Gilbert in Milwaukee taking on Freddie Peralta and the Brewers. Holy cow. The last time Freddie Peralta had a start without giving up a home run was August 19th of last year, as spring training included. That's kind of insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 starts in a row, including spring training, giving up a home run for Freddie Peralta. That's kind of crazy. Only giving up one, two, only twice in that span, but that's just a lot of starts in a row, giving up a home run. Anyway, don't know what to do with that. You got anything on this game? Ty France? Is it interesting? I don't know.
I like the last little chat. It's like he was building up to it. He's like, is Jerry gonna show his regular ticket? You know, it's like spit it out.
Look at you being me to chat now instead of me.
It just sounds like he's stuttering in the chat. It's hysterical. My regular ticket is just the 2 home runs. Just put them down to 1. That's my regular ticket for the home run parlay.
Yes, you can throw it up whenever you have it. But you got anything on Mariners Brewers?
No, I did not know that about Peralta. That he's given up a home run every start. But on the surface, though, this just looked like a stay away game for me.
Rhys Hoskins going a little crazy after the almost fight. The bench is clearing. That's kind of interesting. I don't know what his odds are. Probably not high enough, but I don't know. There are too many other spots for me that to try to force something here into two teams I don't have that good of a read on yet. So I think I'm going to pass, but I think there's going to be some home runs in this game for sure.
I wouldn't look too deep into Hoskins after that incident because he's been a Met killer for years. It's been even beyond that incident. He's just dominated the Mets. He's like the new Chipper Jones. Like he sees the Mets and he's like, I'm going to boost my stats this weekend.
All right. Don't mind it. Cutter Crawford and the Red Sox, Griffin Canning and the Angels. Rafi Devers destroying the baseball. No bet for me yet. I might bet on Devers today.
You gonna put yourself through that?
I don't know. Bet 365 if you got it. Almost the same odds for 4 bases as a home run. Devers 4 bases might be the play. You know.
You might be onto something here with this. I mean, you did it last year too. This isn't new for you. You do you look for a good 4 base odds and you find it comparable. And I laughed at you last year. I remember laughing at you, and I still make fun of you for it. I tell you to have some balls and bet the home run. But last year you had a ticket that won with Shohei Ohtani. I'll never forget it. It was a 3-leg parlay, and you ended up taking his 4 bases instead of the home run. Almost the same odds. And what did Shohei do? He hit 2 doubles. So, you might be onto something here. So,
thanks, buddy. Anything for you in this game, though?
No. But also, didn't you have a pretty good history with Devers last season? Not this season. This season he hasn't really come through. But
so yeah, Devers. Well, it's almost a system play for me when he plays the Yankees, especially Garrett Cole. I bet his home run and I bet his 4 and 5 bases. And we hit. He was part of that ticket that me, you, and Finesse the Books hit, where you two both took a NFL leg. I think that was opening night of NFL maybe, and I put Devers 5 bases in there, and we won like $500. I won like $500 off a $10 bet.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I do feel like I have a pretty good read on Rafi Devers, even if that is just bet him every time he plays the Yankees because he destroys the Yankees.
Seager, Devers, 2 home runs. That, you know what? That actually hit a few times last season.
Did it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did it a few times last season where I put 2 home runs with 5 guys and I round robin by 2. And I think it was Seager and Devers that went yard twice, and I won $1,000 off basically $1. So you just never know. It's a long shot. Betting 2 home runs is you got to be real. You have to have a lot of luck on your side. It is not recommended. The books love it. They want you to keep betting shit like that. But I like betting that once in a while.
It is fun. Did we miss any games? I feel like we're like way early, and maybe it's like this is the second show me and you have done today, and we're kind of ready to not be talking in front of a camera anymore.
Well, we have to scramble a little bit because we have a lot of 1 p.m. games, so it's okay to do a little bit of an early show.
That's true. Anything else you want to talk about before we kind of recap and get out of here?
Let's talk about sex, baby.
I will say, shout out Easton. Didn't really do a whole lot, but the show would, I don't think we've really had any technical difficulties yet, right? I mean,
Guys, you want to laugh? Easton has a deeper voice than him, and it's his little brother. It's funny because there's actually a man. There's a man, and then you have Eli. It's unbelievable.
I think we're considering getting him like a little producer cam, like in the bottom right. So if he has to look stuff up for him, it's not like just his voice coming out of the clouds of the show. So maybe you guys get to see him and hear from him in a future show, but not today.
Only Straight gets to be known as the voice of God.
Okay, that's fine. Did you see James? James was in the chat. Said he was gonna cry because we replaced him.
I called him Straight. I meant James.
Yeah, Jimbo. All right. Yeah, are you playing? You betting NBA or anything tonight?
I'm taking a little break from the NBA. It's nice to change it up and focus on MLB. I'll be back for the NBA probably very soon. It's been a decent amount. I've had a decent break. I haven't watched a basketball game in probably maybe a week, and that's probably my longest stretch of the season. I'm fed up. The product was bad. It just wasn't fun to even watch. Even games where I had no bet on. I try to like watch a game where I had no stake in it, and I'm like, this product is just terrible.
At this point, it's like what I've said this so many times. Once you get through, I mean, the All-Star break for sure, but even a little bit before that, I feel like, the trade deadline. I don't know. It just gets to a weird vibe where the teams that were on the fence between tanking and not tanking are like usually okay, it's time to tank fully now. Teams that are kind of set playoff wise, like I don't know. The good teams stop playing as hard because they know where they're at, and the bad teams start playing less hard because they're trying to lose. So I don't know. It's just a weird time for the NBA. So I think that's not a bad thing. Odds are disgusting for the Rays. Yeah, I know, but I think it's going to be worth it. Hey Jamie, look, is that something that happens on the Joe Rogan show a lot? I don't actually know that I've ever watched or listened to the Joe Rogan. It's a Joe Rogan Experience, right?
Joe Rogan Experience. So wasn't that his old show that he had?
I have no idea. I don't really keep up with Joe Rogan outside of.
I think it's just the Joe
UFC.
Rogan podcast. No
UFC picks for me this week because this card is terrible, and I'm not down to support the. Listen, we just he texted me, remind me last night. He's like, "Hey, do you want me to do the show tomorrow?" I was like, "Sure," and then I had to like kind of spend all morning getting ready for that and Thunderdome. So we're gonna get there, okay, guys. The show I feel like is getting a little bit better every time we do it. So we're gonna get there. Anyway, no UFC picks for me. I'm down. I'm kind of just like trying to not support when the UFC has terrible cards in the UFC Apex, not in front of a crowd, because I don't think it should be happening anymore. So I'm gonna try not to even watch tomorrow. The card sucks. No fans. Let's try to hold them accountable a little bit. Meanwhile, PFL had a pretty good event last night, and it was free. It was in front of fans. I almost hit a 3-leg method of victory parlay. On Thursday night women's not UFC MMA, which is kind of crazy. I had Jenna Bishop by submission, which won. Kana Watanabe by decision, which won. And then I had Tyler Santos by knockout. She got a finish in the first round, but it was by submission. So I was kind of annoyed. But I think I'm going to keep betting Thursday at PFL. What?
I'm not a UFC guy. I say it all the time. I'm a casual. I watch it if it's on in the bar. Friends invite me over. I'm not. What is it? They have events with no fans still, like COVID days?
Yeah, so I could do a whole thing on this. I'm gonna try to keep it short. They built the UFC Apex for COVID so they could have events without a crowd and without having to get all those licenses and whatever. It's in Vegas. The octagon is like significantly smaller, for one thing. There are no fans other than like you can buy a ticket for like $5,000+. They sell like 20, 30 tickets or something. And you would think, COVID's over, the restrictions are gone. Hey, let's stop using that. That's just it's like in their practice facility too. Like I think it's pretty much in the Performance Institute in Vegas. But no, they just keep having events there because they can just make these fight cards that are terrible. Like if you look at the fight card for tomorrow, there are like If you're as a casual fan, there are no names that you would recognize, probably zero. And there are only a few that I recognize, and I keep like a heavy eye on the sport. And they don't have to pay to ship the octagon. They don't have to pay for license, whatever. And they can have a terrible product to just meet their ESPN quota, without having to, jeopardize the bragging rights of, we always sell out events and all of this, because nobody will buy a ticket to this event tomorrow because it's awful. And a lot of people come back to defend the UFC. At least we're getting events every weekend. Well, first of all, these are terrible events. We don't even want to really watch them. Second of all, they're doing the same exact number of events as they were doing prior to COVID. And prior to COVID, they had every event in front of an audience. Definitely keep it short, Eli. So I'm just over it. Next weekend, UFC 300, I'm ecstatic about. And I will be betting. I will have a whole lot of UFC content next week, whether it's on these live shows or a different recorded video. But UFC are building an island in Dubai. So they didn't build an island. They had Fight Island, and it was in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi just had less restrictions, I think, and they could do whatever. Is that Fight Island? No, Fight Island was Abu Dhabi. But anyway, yeah, let's recap and get out of here before I go on another spiel and people call me something crazy for talking shit about the UFC, which is a terrible company. I'll recap first. Sure. Gleyber Torres, 2+ hits, half a unit, bet 365. Gleyber Torres, home run, quarter of a unit plus 450, bet MGM. Isaac Paredes, 4+ total bases, a third of a unit, bet 365. Jonathan India, home run, 0.15, $15 a unit, plus 725 and BetMGM. It is better on Fanatics, I think, if you have it. Jonathan India, 2+ total bases, half a unit, plus 165, bet 365. Long story short, short story long. Hey, I could have gone way longer on that. I think I kept it under 2 minutes. And then I have a 3-leg parlay, home runs, Gleyber Torres, Isaac Paredes, Jonathan India, $10 to win 1,900. There it is. Easton got it. Look at him. He's learning already. You want to recap your bets, bud?
Keeping it simple. 2 home run parlays. They're both going to hit because if the second one hits, what you will, the first one's going to hit earlier in the game. Gleyber Torres, second pitch of the game. I actually saw this happen. Today, this is going to be a repeat, this game. And I saw it already. Gleyber Torres, second pitch of the game, he hits a absolute piss missile. It's actually fantastic. I can't wait for you guys to watch it live, pre-recorded live. It's like the SmackDown tapings from back then, WWE. They used to tell you it was live. It was actually pre-recorded on a Tuesday. I also took Brent Rooker. Eli hates this pick. Makes me love it even more. Brent Rooker is going to hit his first home run of the season. He loves playing on the road because he hates playing in Oakland. And who loves playing in Oakland? Absolutely nobody, because there's nobody there. Brent Rooker is going to hit his first home run of the season, plus 600. My third leg, Yandy Diaz. By the way, third leg. That was my nickname in high school. Yep. Yandy Diaz, plus 350 for a home run. These conditions could not be any better to hit a home run. Mind you, bet responsibly. Like I said before, doesn't matter how good the conditions are. They still have to barrel the ball and hit the ball hard. Yandy Diaz, they will not let me bet him for 2 home runs, so I could not put him in a 2 home run parlay. So instead, I put Gleyber Torres 2 home runs, Brent Rooker 2 home runs, and Yandy Diaz, again, I put him in the slip, but just for 1 home run, round robin by 2. And that's the ticket that makes me a legend. Some people say I'm a legend already. I don't believe it. I'm going to prove it tonight, though.
Yankees signed O'Dorigan? Did they really? Anyway, I think this show's over. Appreciate you guys for watching. If you have not hit the like button, please do that. Hey, you want to do a show tomorrow or no?
I don't care. I'm down.
Like similar time?
No, Marvin, you're the GOAT.
We might have a show tomorrow. Maybe not. Keep an eye on Twitter. Appreciate you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button, please. Heavy hitter. Media.net/Discord to sign up. And yeah, be nice.